Welcome back to another Pokemon What If Wednesday, where every Wednesday morning I post a video going through last week's investing and collecting questions, where your guys' questions will actually be featured in the video, and one person's question will help me make the thumbnail every single week. So please drop your questions down below for a chance to be in next week's video. And if I did comment to you saying great question, I might use this and I didn't, please drop that same question and make sure you put repeat question and it will get moved to the top. And I'm not saying I'm some guru who just knows everything, but when I'm unsure, I always like to talk it out with a few people. It always helps me make my final decision. And we do have to give thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Platinum Protectors. If you guys need cases for any type of collectible, they got you covered. They got cases for action figures, comic books, diecast, Funko Pops, movie box, trading cards, and video games. But they have such a good selection too. They got cases for Lorcana, Pokemon booster boxes, ETBs, Charizard UPCs. And then too, you can get it in bulk. You can get a 20 pack of Pokemon Elite Trainer box cases for $42.98. And then this Black Friday and Cyber Monday, he will be running a deal for PokeBeard fans only, 15% off your entire order. You just had to use the code PokeBeard at checkout. So definitely check them out. The links are in the description. All right, let's get to it. First is from @CardHunters. I really like that name. Haven't seen it talked about much, but the Stellar Crown Pokemon Center ETB seems like a screaming buy. The Noctowl promo is 40 raw and 200 in a PSA 10. With how difficult it is getting newer sealed at the moment with Surging and Prismatic, wondering if this will sell out sooner rather than later. Curious on your thoughts. So I had the same thought process, especially the Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center ETB just sold out on the Pokemon Center website. Now, I already have a case of this. I did go and order a case of the Stellar Crown Pokemon Center ETBs. I absolutely love the Noctowl promo, so I was going to do it anyways. But just seeing Twilight Masquerade sell out, I definitely feel like this is going to sell out a little quicker now. And I think the box is beautiful. The promo's solid. The set's not the best. It is a very, very solid set. But yeah, I definitely think it's going to sell out pretty quick now. Especially too with all the other sets and stuff being tough to find. This is one of the better products that you can buy right now. Next is from @SpenGen94. Love your videos, dude. Thank you. If you had 1K to invest going into Black Friday season, how would you do it? Thanks so much and keep up the great content. So I actually usually never go crazy on Black Friday, because if you really look at Black Friday products, they're usually not the best. But I mean, Scarlet and Violet Era ETBs at $20, $25. That's not too bad. I wouldn't go crazy. I'd much rather have booster boxes or even Pokemon Center ETB cases for MSRP. But again, Black Friday sales, they go so quick. And then like the Tyranitar box, that's really cheap. But again, I wouldn't stock up on any of those. I'm really trying to stay away from any collection boxes or like regular ETBs while I can. I'd much rather spend it on booster boxes or Pokemon Center ETB cases. Or even maybe like sets like 151 or Prismatic Evolutions that are top tier. But again, if you're even trying to open some products, this is a good option too. You're getting the promo and some packs. And the Charmander promo is actually going up in price for Obsidian Flames. But I'm sure everybody has seen those videos of everybody just grabbing every ETB. So your odds of finding this stuff is pretty slim, to be honest. So yeah, I usually never try for stuff on Black Friday. I'm waiting for the Blooming Waters box to drop on GameStop. Try to get a few of those. And then, like I said, Pokemon Center ETBs and booster boxes. A lot of booster boxes are still pretty cheap, Next is from @StayRippedTCG. Subscribe for the awesome info. Will Chilling Reign booster box cases get to Evolving Skies? Should I hold or sell it? So, no, Chilling Reign will never reach Evolving Skies. But, I mean, Chilling Reign is going up right now. Let's see here. Last sold $1,494. And then a month before that was $1,320. But if it were me, I'd probably just hold a little longer. At least you're really getting a good amount of profit. Because let's say you bought the case for $600, after shipping, taxes, fees, and all that, you're barely doubling your money if you really think about it. So I'd probably wait a little longer, try to get a little more, especially with everything in the market kind of going up right now. It's a very, very solid product. And Chilling Reign has the second most alternate arts. It has some bangers in there, Blaziken, the Moltres. So such an awesome set. I would probably hold. Next is from @TheU131. Hey Beard, love my morning drive to your videos every day. So I just bought 3 of the Durant EX SIR. You think they are a good purchase? Maybe by the time you respond to this, it will be bought out because there aren't many listed. And I think a lot of people are like me and want multiple so they can march all the way across the binder page. Let's take a little peek. I think that card is actually going up in price a little bit right now. So yeah, it got down to $19. Now last sold $26.65, $28, $30, $27, $26, $26, $27. 28, 30. So I don't think it's going to be super expensive, but it is a pretty unique card, and I do like that they connect. I also kind of want to get at least 3. I would love to have 9 to fill a full page, but not at $30-something a card. But I have seen a lot of people say they don't like this card, so I think it's 50-50 on it. Next is from @TG Wellness. Hey Beard, thanks for doing your thing. My question is regarding storing sealed product. I just recently started investing in sealed products and have gathered about a dozen booster boxes and a dozen PC ETBs. What is the best way to store these? Does temperature matter? I would say temperature matters a little bit, kind of depends on where you live. If it's just crazy humid and hot, it probably isn't the best for it. But, you know, this is my sponsor right here, Platinum Protectors. You can get the 20 pack for $40, and then on top of that, you got my promo code. But otherwise, if you can't afford that, what I used to do was bubble wrap. This is another reason too why I like to try to get cases when I can. I know they're expensive, but at least, you know, the Pokemon Center ETB cases, it's only 4, so it's not, you know, as crazy as a booster box case. Because even for me, a booster box case at $600, that's pretty expensive. There's a lot of awesome cards that I can get for that price, or other collectibles. All right, next is a member from @Christopher Borchers 766. Do you think there will be a day where the market suddenly sees value in build and battle display cases over booster boxes? They are similar in price, but one comes with 40 packs and 10 rebuilt decks and a stamp promo, while the other is just 36 packs. I absolutely love these videos, perfect for slow morning shifts. I actually do think they will do a little better in the future because I think a lot of box breakers are going to be buying these to break them down. You know, you're getting a lot of extra contents in there, and you're getting a few extra packs, and these are usually cheaper than the booster box. So last sold for Fusion Strike is $228. And then if we hop to the Fusion Strike booster box, last sold is $250. $250, $255, $260, $255. So this box is actually moving up a good amount right now. So yeah, I do think the build and battle cases will do better than people think, but I don't know if they will quite beat the booster box. I mean, maybe for a couple sets or something, depending on promos and stuff, but there's just too many people that collect booster boxes over the actual cases. So I think booster boxes will probably just stay slightly above them. Next is from @Desma GC. New to collecting, should I chase the current set out now or just go to my current shop and pick up booster boxes of any set they have in stock? So I strongly suggest you go to Poke Collector here and look at all the sets. You know, figure out which set you want to collect, because there's a lot of booster boxes and stuff that are pretty cheap. You know, they might be like $10, $20 over like their all-time cheapest, but there's so many good options. I mean, Paradox Rift is super cheap, and there are so many awesome cards in this set. You know, nothing super, super crazy valuable, but the quality is just top tier. You know, you got good special illustration rare Pokemon, trainers. You got some of the best illustration rares like Groudon. You know, it's a top tier set. So yeah, just look at all the sets and really figure out what you want to collect. And I strongly suggest you buy singles. You will almost never pull the exact card you want. You know, yes, of course, open some packs. It is a blast. I never say don't open anything ever, but I strongly suggest, you know, maybe go get a booster box, open it for fun, but buy a couple singles that you like in the glass case when you go to your card store. You know, start there. Or, you know, if you can afford it, maybe buy 2 booster boxes, keep one sealed, and start a little, you know, sealed collection. At least we know with the sealed collection, they gain value so much more than the actual raw singles, and 100 times more than actually opening packs. That is the biggest waste of money in Pokemon. Again, I know it's super, super fun, but most people are on an extreme budget and they hate going to work, and I just hate seeing people spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, you know, to just have fun for 20 minutes opening packs, and then they don't have anything, and then they feel like crap, and then they're all upset that they have to go to work the next day. All right, next question is from @AndyD3291. Beard, love the content. Repeat question, and a second one too. 1, I've got 4 to 5 Obsidian Flames booster boxes from the pre-order days, 95 per box. Are they worth holding longer or trying to flip right now and grab different sets, singles to invest in? So we'll go over that first. So if you watch Rudy, Alpha Investments, I think we're getting like our last wave of Obsidian Flames right now. So I do have a feeling once that comes out, it's going to drop a little bit. You know, I think it's even coming down a little bit right now. But once we get all of those and, you know, they sell out, I'm going to say maybe 6 months from now or something like that, I could see this box definitely going up in price. But it says you got 4 to 5, so you can maybe sell a couple, you know, maybe keep 2 or 3 or something like that and invest it into other products, especially, you know, if maybe you can get some Blooming Waters 151 boxes or Prismatic Evolutions. Those would definitely probably do better than an Obsidian Flames booster box. And your second part is, how does one obtain one of those sleeve booster displays that you've got next to your Mew? Do retailers generally throw those away once they're done? Is LGS or Supermarket the better bet to get one from? Keep up the great content, brother. So you can definitely ask your card store, but I just got that on eBay. I got that on eBay for 60 bucks. I think they're normally around like 100 for the Scarlet and Violet era. I think you can even get to 151 for 100 bucks or like 120. It has like the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and a Squirtle on it, I think. So yeah, they're really, really cheap. I love them. All right, next is from @PokeTCG Tavern. One of the best, honest, and down-to-earth people I've seen on YouTube. Great content. Thank you. That honestly means a ton. Here's my question. Which booster bundles do you recommend stocking up on right now for a mid to long-term hold? Thanks in advance. All right, so definitely if you can find Surging Sparks booster bundles in store, I know it's going to be tough, but I promise if you keep looking, you will eventually find them. I've seen them multiple times now, so definitely grab those when you can. Paldean Fates booster bundles, if you see those, grab those when you can. Obviously 151, I don't need to tell you that. And then 2, the Crown Zenith booster bundles, I keep seeing those in stores. That is a very, very solid pickup. And then what else do we got here? We got Scarlet and Violet base, and then even Silver Tempest down here at market price $25.95. Lost Origin market price is $42.55. I really feel like Silver Tempest is kind of a little undervalued right now. It's not a bad set at all. And it has the Lugia, which is going crazy again, now over $200. So out of all these right now, I'd honestly maybe pick up a few Silver Tempests, especially if you are on a budget. It's just pretty undervalued compared to the rest, especially for the Sword and Shield era. Next is from @MatthewShelton195. Where do you think the English Pokemon market is going? Will sets continue to be this hard to get? And will people keep FOMOing? Pokemon has exploded so much recently, and I just want to enjoy the hobby. Shake my head. So yeah, it's going to be crazy for a little bit. We just got so many banger sets coming soon. But as soon as we get a few sets in a row that people don't like, just watch and see how many people leave the hobby. It's crazy, and it will happen. You know, it's happened every single time. Every time we have a boom in Pokemon, it'll eventually fall off. You know, depends on what's going on with the market and everything too. But yeah, it will not be like this forever, I promise you. I've literally been in the hobby since 1999. I played the TCG all the way up until 2019. Pretty much never missed a release. So I've been here pretty much forever. But yeah, that's why I just keep pre-ordering when you can. Try not to overpay, you know, and just be smart. Buy some singles, you know, buy stuff that is cheap. I mean, just looking at the booster bundles, there's still a lot of good products and sets that are pretty cheap. So you definitely have some options. I know you want to get the newest set, but you got to remember, you got like 28 years of Pokemon history you can go back and collect. So there's always, you know, something you can collect that is cheap that not a lot of people are collecting. Just got to look around. Next is from @TrainersArchive. Why do you think TCGplayer is almost exclusively used as a standard for determining prices on English Pokemon raw singles and lost or sealed products? Historically, collectibles of all types, sports cards and memorabilia, historical documents, etc. were almost always valued based on prior auctions, including eBay. Do you think it's fair that most people only base pricing from TCGplayer data, though to use only TCGplayer's data set seems a bit inaccurate and misrepresents the entire market pricing as a whole? What's your opinion on this? Well, TCGplayer just simplified it. They have the best site when it comes to actually just figuring out what everything is worth. I mean, just imagine having to go to eBay and look at sold listings for every single product, like individually. It's just so simple to use. That's why it's doing so good, and that's why everybody uses it. I do agree that, you know, you can't just go 100% off TCGplayer. I do check eBay recently sold. You know, there are apps that check everything too. But yeah, it's just so simple. It's going to be tough to get people to stop using it. So yeah, I'm with you though. Next is from @PokePitkra. I butchered that. Hi Beard, I've been watching your channel for a while now and taking your advice on Pokemon Center stamp promo cards. I have 90% of them now, just a Pikachu and Charmander to get, waiting for a good price. Now have since last week. Also have 3 Snorlax cards. My question is, how long do you think I should hold out before selling? Are they going to continue to climb in price? Or do I keep getting more as an investment when they are at a good price? Many thanks for your content, as always, a brilliant watch. So here's the thing, we don't know what's going to happen with these promo cards. We've never really had anything like this before. So, you know, it's a little bit of a risk holding on to them for a super long time, but I have a feeling they're going to do really, really good and be very, very expensive, even more expensive than they are now. Next is from @N1Cough31. Hey PB, I just got back into the hobby and have just been buying raw singles to hold on to. Do you think I should keep buying a couple singles a week or get 1, maybe 2 graded cards a month? Let me know what you think and love the videos. So, you know, singles is a great option. If you're going to do singles, just try to get the cleanest card possible to where, like, in the future, when you have like a little more funds, you could get those cards graded. That's the best way to do it, like money-wise. Now, if there's some cards that are a little undervalued in the 10, like let's say, I think like the Zapdos EX from 151 is a little undervalued in the 10. You could maybe pick some stuff up like that too. Just do not buy the most hyped card in a 10. Don't do that. You will definitely lose money. Next is from @PatrickChang1590. I just pulled the Charizard SIR from Paldean Fates and a Lugia V Alt Art. The Charizard is a little off-center and Lugia has white dots sprinkled on the card. Do you think it would be better to sell/trade or grade and hope for the best? So since the Charizard is just a little off-center, that one definitely might be worth grading. It's pretty tough to get a 10 with those white dots. I've seen those many times. But Lugia is going up in price right now. So yeah, maybe get the Charizard graded. If you want to try with the Lugia, you could try, but definitely have better odds with that Charizard. And then since Lugia is going up in price right now, I'll definitely hold on to it. Just watch the market. And then once it starts leveling out or maybe even coming down a little bit, then you could trade it or sell it or whatever you want to do. All right, next is from @MilesNogolowski5818. Butchered that. Hey, Beard, my question is, what do you recommend investing heavily as far as Japanese sets/cards go? I'm stationed in Japan and have half a year left. I've collected a ton to bring back to the States, but I'm curious on what you would try to invest in to take advantage of living here for the next 6 months. I would only get two things, 151 and Terrestrial Festival. So Terrestrial Festival comes out in like 2 weeks, so you should still be there. And we're getting a massive reprint of 151 for the Japanese booster boxes. Can't remember the date, but it's in like a month or two. Wait for that for 151. I would only stock up on those two sets, to be honest. All right, next is from @EvoMe. You say a lot that you never really sell things in your collection. So do you make money doing something else? I'm guessing it's hard to keep everything, at least for other people. Yeah, pretty much my entire life I've been on an extreme budget. Especially I have so many different collections. I try to, add to my collections each month. So I've always bought and sold things to help pay for my collections. But now, YouTube's paying me somewhat decent. I have a good amount of sponsors. So now I do not have to sell anything. I've been selling for 20 years. I used to do garage sales. I used to go to craft shows with my mom. I used to have to go knock door to door for my dad's business. I've sold so many things on Craigslist. I couldn't even tell you how many things it's been. So I've been selling forever. I just want to go a couple years where I do not have to sell anything. I mean, I can make a ton of money doing box breaks and selling mystery packs, but my channel is kind of about saving people money. So I just feel weird asking people to spend money on booster packs while also telling them in a video, you should try not to open so many booster packs. I also don't have time to sit and live stream for 4 to 6 hours a day like a lot of these Pokemon YouTubers do. But yeah, I now make decent enough money from YouTube and my sponsors to where I don't have to sell anything. I can pay all my bills, save some money, and then collect and invest. And just know, if you are collecting and investing, you better be saving that same amount of money in your actual bank account as you do in your collections and investments. A lot of people don't do that. All right, next is from @FlappaDeJacka. PBeard, enjoying the channel. I have a few hollows from Jungle and Fossil left to complete master sets from my childhood. Worth shifting from newer sets to complete these? That would be a great time, especially with the modern market starting to go crazy. Vintage hasn't really moved a ton yet, and it's pretty undervalued for what it is. And then too, once you got those sets, it's done. It's done forever. You ain't got to worry about it anymore, so I would definitely finish those sets. Next is from @ChrisQuick1043. I finally got into collecting sealed product and got a Pokemon Center ETB. I was just looking at it again, and it looks like there is a piece of hair on the back of it sealed. Does this hurt the value? It's perfect otherwise. It's funny, but also really annoying. I got the random hair Pokemon Center exclusive ETB, laugh out loud. Trying to figure out if it's worth keeping sealed or just opening now. Thanks as always. Well, I wish you would have told me which set it was for, because if it was like a set that has a really, really good promo in it, then it might be worth opening. It does suck that there's a hair. I don't think you're going to lose a ton of value, to be honest. All right, next is from a member @KevinDillon5772. Always great videos. I was wanting to invest in a graded Spawn comic for long term. Do you have any recommendations? So when you're investing in the comic books, I strongly recommend investing into first appearances. Obviously, you probably can't afford a first appearance of Spawn, but try to get a first appearance of another character that's important in that Spawn realm, Next is from @JakeHareYes4008. Why are sealed booster boxes for earlier eras such as XY, Black and White, and Sun and Moon more expensive than the most existing card that can be pulled? It makes no sense to me. So you got to think about it. Every booster box that gets opened up, there's one less booster box in the world. Especially in the X and Y era where not as many people were holding on to sealed investments. Most of the people were opening them. So you just got to think, every time a box gets opened, there's more cards and less boxes. So it really doesn't matter the value of the cards in the set. That's not the collectible anymore. It's the actual sealed box that turns into the collectible. And just whatever else is in the set is kind of a bonus. But yeah, it is kind of strange, but if you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. Next is from @DuhFlash1. Hey Beard, new to this game and want to start collecting. A few tips on how to get started or where to start would be greatly appreciated, sir. So my biggest tip is open the least amount of packs as possible. Study the sets, figure out exactly what you want to collect. You know, whether it be special illustration rares from Scarlet and Violet Era or alt arts or rainbows or golds, just really think about it and figure out what you want to get before you spend any money. Then go on eBay and buy yourself some Pokemon card lots. It's a great way to just kind of get an instant collection, you know, and it's pretty fun doing the auctions and stuff. And then I also recommend holding on to a few Pokemon booster boxes or Pokemon Center ETBs or booster bundles even, just depending on your price range. Could even be sleeve boosters. Just start grabbing a few of those, putting them away. So you got a little sealed collection going. You know, you're buying lots. So you got your raw collection going. You know, just got to be smart with your money and figure out exactly what you want to get to. And I guarantee you, if you do all of those things, your collection will be better than every single person's who's sitting there doing these box breaks every day or spending a ton of money on mystery packs. You know, if you just do that for 6 months to a year, your collection's going to be crazy. All right, last question is from @MachineMan. Thanks for the great vids. Always cool, calm, and collected. Kind of a multi-part question. The 510 Paldean Fates box set from Costco has a misprint on the Mastiff and Graveyard. The reverse foil has electric and water energy printed on them instead of dark and psychic, respectively. Are misprints worth keeping? Do you yourself hunt for misprints? How much do you put towards misprints? So I don't really collect misprints, but I know a ton of people do. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. You know, I have a feeling like a box like that, there's usually a little premium to it. Nothing super, super crazy. But when I do get stuff like that, I keep it. Like I got the 151 binder collection where everything is upside down. You know, that's something I'm going to keep. I just think it's kind of cool. But yeah, there are a ton of people. And I'm telling you, a ton of people that collect error cards and stuff. But all right, that was today's Pokemon What If Wednesday. If you guys do have any questions, like I mentioned before, please drop them down below for a chance to be in next week's video. And then too, if you guys want to know when Prismatic Evolutions comes back in stock or the 151 Blooming Waters box, definitely follow me on Instagram. Or you can join my membership. It's only 99 cents a month. Then of course, if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you want to watch my last Pokemon Market Monday, which was a crazy one, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.